What's up everyone, this is Super Marcel and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3. In the last episode, we've gotten 5 stars! We've done quite a lot. We've gotten 5 stars. We made this enclosure, the Tropioconaphus enclosure with the big that is connected to the mountainside. I'm really happy with how this looks. It looks supernatural, like, well, not in like the way that's like ghost-like. We're past Halloween now, but like it looks. This looks like something that I would see in a zoo. I really like how this enclosure looks with the mountainside at the back, the trees. It's just a really nice looking enclosure for the Tropioconaphus. Yeah, it's really grown on me. I really like this enclosure. And otherwise, other than the Tropioconaphus, nothing really superficial happened. We tried to like itch our way to get 5 stars, which unfortunately, as we now know from the past 2 Jurassic World games, it's a very, very, very tiring chore of trying to that bloody maintenance score. It's like I'm assuming it was the maintenance score, but we plunkered down like a bunch of guest buildings, amenities, lots of hotels. It's just, oh god, it was exhausting, but we got there in the end. We got 5 stars, and now we're ready to move on to the next location. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this park came out. You know, a pterosaur sanctuary while still mixing in elements of that Texas like quip. You know, with the farmlands over here, we got the horse, the race horse Edmontosauruses, the bull Nasutoceratopses, the chicken Compsognathus, the sheep Protoceratops, and then finally the piggy Lystrosauruses. Yeah, very cool stuff. So, where are we going next? Let's first off, let's take a look at the world map. Right, so I've over the past few days, I have kept a poll up. Right, I made it sure that you guys can vote where to go next, because I am an indecisive person that requires other people to make decisions for me. So we could either go back to Hawaii, back to Montana, go over to China, Japan, or Indonesia. We got a lot of cool options, right? I have the results, right? I tallied up the final results because I made this vote go on both YouTube, my Discord chat, link in the description, and a friend's Discord chat, a private Discord chat that none of you are going into, but like there's yeah, a different Discord chat. And tallying up the full results, we got, first off, coming in like absolutely not, no one voted for poor Montana. I'm sure we will eventually go back to Montana, but that is understandably like not gonna happen. I understand that, you know. Why would we go back to Montana when we got like all these other cool maps, right? Coming on second last place is Hawaii, with only, what was it, 1 vote? 1 vote. And I know who voted for Hawaii. Bloody Lucky voted for Hawaii. He's the only person that, yeah, once again, we've already been to Hawaii. Why would you go to Hawaii when you got all these other places, right? So yeah, coming in at 3rd place with a vote of 3, so I'm surprised not a lot of people voted for this, but people still voted for this. I know Dylan was one of them, and 2 other people I don't know, is Japan. I really thought Japan would be a fairly popular vote, because, I don't know, I just think it's cool of an idea, like, you know, to make a Jurassic Park in Japan. But no, we're not going to Japan, it seems. So now it comes down to either Indonesia or China. Now, for the past few days, it has been annoying because the vote between there was a lot of people that wanted both of these different places, right? And For the longest time, it just kept getting tied. And then, like, for the briefest moment, there'll be like one that goes over the other. It's like, oh, okay, it looks like we're going to China. Oh no, it's tied again. Oh, we're going to Indonesia. Oh no, it's tied again. And it just kept being tied over and over again. But finally, we have a decision, right? Coming in second place with a vote of 7 is China. So unfortunately for anyone who wanted me to go to China and quote unquote work with giant dinosaurs, I'm afraid that's not gonna happen. I'm sure I'll think about going to China next after this one. But yeah, coming in in first place with 9 votes is Indonesia. So we're going to Indonesia next. Yeah, I'm sure once I get 5 stars in Indonesia, I'll go into China next after this, but I don't know, maybe I'll do the vote again. We'll find out if people change their mind from China to Japan. But anyways, alright, so let's go to Indonesia. Nusa Tenggara Islands. Reports of a disease of wild dinosaurs population has a client worried, especially with a tourist hotspot nearby. They've enlisted the DIN to help set up the facility, and they can both house dinosaurs and treat any outbreaks that arise. Alright, Indonesia. So we're working with sick dinosaurs, but I'm assuming we're going to be working with lagoons and creatures as well, because, you know, we're in Indonesia. It's very ocean-like. I think that's what I'm going to do for the theme of this park, because there's not a lot of Indonesian dinosaurs. It is close to Australia, so I'll just definitely consider getting some Aussie stuff. Yeah,
This
anyways.
is the first archipelago that I've cautiously visited, but unlike Las Cinco Muertes, you know, the 5 deaths, this place might just have a chance at preventing disaster instead of stoking the flames. You see, when you have an immune system that evolved millions of years ago, what you really need to look out for is disease. And if humans can't find a way to help manage that disease, well, it won't just be 5 deaths, let's say.
Very good, you're all here. Now, there are reports of disease in nearby dinosaur populations, and we need to prepare this site to contain any outbreaks. Let's crack on.
Miss
Whoa,
Halford,
what the?
Lily, you're joining us here?
Oh yes, I'm here to help. The proximity to a
What
tourist
is this
hotspot worried me.
layout?
So I offered my services to the client pro bono.
Tourist hotspot? Dinosaurs are already susceptible to modern viruses. If those viruses mutated and grew more transmissible, we really better get started.
Nusa Tenggara Islands, Indonesia. Alright, total scientist skill 60, number of genetically modified animals 15, average dinosaur comfort is 100. Wait, what? No, huh? Okay, whatever. Number of different species is 12, so we gotta get even more dinosaurs this time than Nevada, that's fine. What dinosaur is the most popular? Chunkingosaurus is the most popular? Really? Chunkingosaurus? Sure, why not? Styracosaurus, Nodosaurus, Stygimoloch, Microceratus, Struthiomymus, and Homalocephalae. Side information, regular dinosaur deliveries, frequent disease outbreaks. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of diseases, it seems. Interesting. Okay. Need help. Unsure how a feature works or want more information? Use the pause menu. Thanks, game. Why are you telling me that
As
now?
you can see, the site already has a power station in place, but that power isn't going where it needs to.
Oh, I love a power station, huh? Mainly because they're a whole lot cheaper in the long run than backup generators. Think of backup generators as a safety net. If the power does go out, they'll kick in and keep disaster levels to a minimum, which is where disaster levels should stay.
Oh yeah.
Actually spread the power around, you'll need to build some substations and connect them to the power station with my good friend, the pylon.
Alright. Oh, and while that's actually happening, can I hire... Yeah, I'm gonna quickly just do this. Cheaper incubation, faster treatment, motivated, cheaper research. Okay, so right off the bat, we'll just get the cheapers. Cheaper that, and cheaper this. And then... Ooh, who has the best stats? So faster treatment, 222. Faster exposition, 301. And then positive influence. I think I'll get you. Diane Uchida. Natural explorer, Diane applied for a job immediately when the park opened. Amateur photographer, Diane enjoys taking shots of major cities. Diane owns 4 dogs, 6 cats, and a number of chickens as pets. That's a lot of pets. Oh my god. I had trouble barely taking care of 2. Right.
Please welcome your new park colleagues joining us today.
Hell yeah. I love how they have a voice line for everything. Right, but yeah, like, this is a weird layout. This is like so skinny of a layout. It's gonna be interesting to try and turn this into a 5-star park. But, we'll worry about that later. Right now, let's, yeah. Yeah, the pylons. Is this better or
Our first animals
worse
are arriving shortly,
than
and they'll
getting
need
generators in
enclosures.
terms of this
They
game?
aren't showing any signs of disease yet.
Psittacosaurus!
Closely.
Ooh!
Imminent viral disaster aside, has anyone else noticed how
Okay.
spread out this place is? Isn't it a whole logistical nightmare, building across islands like this?
Sure, this...
It's spread out, maybe, but the dinosaurs will actually feel really at home in this hot climate. In fact, dinosaurs around the world seem to be slowly migrating towards warmer climates in general. Finding out exactly why that is will be my next big project.
Oh, is this tying in with bloody Rebirth? Yeah, yeah. Do I want to say my opinions? I have obviously seen Rebirth. Duh, of course I have. But I'm thinking that maybe I'll save my thoughts of how I thought about the Rebirth movie until, like, let's say there's a Jurassic World Dominion, not Dominion, Rebirth DLC, because I'm sure there will be a Rebirth DLC. But yeah. But overall, to give you a good summary, I did like the movie, okay? I just say that right now is that I absolutely did like the movie. But I do have critiques. Okay. So Psittacosaurus. Another new dinosaur to the roster. I can definitely talk about this dinosaur. Very awesome dinosaur. Unique. Alright. So yeah, like I said, since we're in Indonesia, I think what I'll do for this park is that I'll keep it island themed, you know, since we are on an island, but I'll also pull in some Aussie dinosaurs if I can, since, you know, it's the closest thing that we have to Indonesia, you know. Because yeah, like I said, there's not really barely any type of dinosaurs in in Indonesia that I know of. Yeah. There you go. And yeah, since we got big paths, we can just get it nice and big right from the start. There they are. Hello! Yeah, hold on. Let me just work with this quickly. And then a little bit of water. Nice, yeah, and we got some lily pads and stuff. Hell yeah. I'm not sure how it fully works, how to get lily pads in the water, but whatever. Arrival of Struthiomimus. Oh, god damn it. Do I want the Struthiomimus? I can give it a shot. Yeah. So this, everyone, is Psittacosaurus. It is a small... Believe it or not, this is actually kind of in the same branch of ceratopsian dinosaurs. It's I don't know how else to describe them, but it's definitely a very basal form. So these dinosaurs would eventually become dinosaurs like Triceratops, now Pseudoceratops, Chasmosaurus, Pachyrhinosaurus, etc., etc. And they are named after, well, the name Psittacosaurus means parrot lizard, and you can kind of see why. They look like parrots, right? But yeah, they're not very big dinosaurs. They're like pretty small, kind of cat-sized, and they got these very bizarre little quills on the back of their on their tail, right? We're not quite sure what the quills are for. It's probably for sexual dimorphism, maybe it's for defense, we don't know, but they're there. And yeah, like as we've seen with Protoceratops, we believe that these quills may have like ventured further onwards to the more larger ceratopsians. Who knows? But it's very cool and interesting, yeah. I'm not sure whether or not they lived in burrows or not. Because I know there are dinosaurs that did live in burrows. We have fossil evidence of burrows. I don't know if it's Psittacosaurus itself lived in burrows, but I don't know, maybe they did. Yeah, but they lived in a couple different formations actually, not just one. I can't remember the formations off by heart, but they definitely lived somewhat like in Asia. I can definitely tell you that much, you know. You got different. I think there's one site where it lived with Wuerhosaurus itself, which was, you know, a Chinese Stegosaurus looking dinosaur with flat-looking plates. Unfortunately, that dinosaur's not in this game anymore, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can really talk about. Oh, wait, no, there is one thing. Let's just say okay. We know what its gender was. So there's one Psittacosaurus specimen. So there's a Psittacosaurus specimen that has been mummified somewhat. Well, not really mummified, but like... Make sure your delivered dinosaurs have an average comfort of 80%.
Hey, is nobody else getting an overbearing sense of deja vu? Of feeling like you're in the calm before some catastrophically chaotic storm? Is it just me? Well, you know, I suppose that's nothing new.
Alright, let me just deal with the Struthiomimus needs, and there we go. So there was one Psittacosaurus specimen that was like very well preserved, right? So well preserved that we can literally see the genitals of the Psittacosaurus, and they don't quite have a normal penis or vagina like normal mammals. I mean, they are birds and reptiles.
Uh-oh. Dr. Dua, we'll need your team's help.
They had like something called a cloaca, so it is something very similar to birds.
No risk of it spreading beyond these islands.
Yeah, sorry for ruining your
I've never
image
seen you take charge like this before.
on dinosaurs, but
Well,
yeah.
I am not catching a dinosaur flu.
Eradicate the disease from sight. Okay. Yeah, let's stop talking about dinosaur genitals and start fixing up these dinosaurs. Okay, right. Do we even have a vet station? We don't even... How do you expect me to take care of these dinosaurs if we don't even have a vet station? Alright, come on. Let's get these guys. Once thought impossible, increase total male dinosaur populations to 5. I get 1 million for that. Ooh. Dino pick scene is very simple. Guess comfort. Ooh, they're all pretty good, honestly. I get $1 million for that. I think it would just be easier to just do this. Alright. Take a photo worth at least $36,000. Okay.
How solid is that tree?
Are you telling me that I cannot squeeze through that small space? Oh, I need to take a picture anyway. Oh, I'm so close. Hold on. What am I? Oh. It's just, yeah. Okay. Rabies. Oh my god. Alright. Cohabitation discomfort. What? Shared with Psittacosaurus. You don't like Psittacosaurus? What's wrong with Psittacosaurus? These guys like you. Well, oh, it's because they got rabies. That's why. Okay, right. Quick, we got an angry Psittacosaurus who has rabies. Do I even have a maintenance team? I don't even have a maintenance team. Hold on, let me just... Okay, right. Can we fix up the angry rabies dinosaur?
Great work,
Hell yeah.
but disease is still burning through wild
Arrival of
populations. More
Chunkingosaurus.
unwell dinosaurs are inbound, so let's get ready to treat them.
Out of the contaminated frying pan into the disease-ridden fire, huh? All right then, get to it, everyone. You all know your places. Mine, for example, is way, way, way over there.
Alright, let's make a different enclosure for this one. Chunkingosaurus. Right. So, I think, so this spot right here is pretty good enough. Do I, though, want to... What the hell's... Oh, it's on replace. Okay. Do I want to make the enclosure unique? I always want to make the enclosure unique. But what can I do to make the Chunkingosaurus look cool? So we'll use this space. Right. I'm thinking about in the back of my head, right? What would be a cool, like... Ooh... Because I could just do it simple and just make a forest and blah blah blah. But... I completely forgot that I got this as delivery zone. I might as well just... Oh, I got an idea. What if we like copy like the bloody Jurassic Park 3 and just make a little runway. Nice simple runway. Let's Cooper. Oh yeah, now we've gotten Lexovisaurus before. Way back since the first game, I'm sure. Did we get it in the first game? I don't know if we did. The first game or the second game. But we've definitely still gotten Chunkingosaurus before. Yeah. Right. Are they all rabies? They all have rabies. Hell yeah, let's do this. Alright, I'm just gonna let you guys deal with them. And then... yup. Awesome. And then while you guys heal up them, I'm going to, yeah, just work on the Lexovisaurus. Right, yeah, and I do kind of like the idea of just recreating the runway from Jurassic Park 3. I'm just gonna figure out how to do that. I could just do the. I think there's definitely like. There was like a building off to the side. I know that much.
A sabotage? But we need more dinosaurs here to help build a herd immunity. I really don't recommend delaying that.
And we won't. No doubt this is extinction now, hoping the disease returns while we're scrambling for power. The animals are at stake, so we won't let them win.
It takes real conviction to sabotage the people trying to help. But let's just focus on the crisis at hand for now. How bad is the power outage?
Nowhere near as bad as they want it to be. We can get the grid back online and work on increasing the dinosaur population at the same time.
Sabotage. Ooh. Okay, right. Goddamn Dinosaur Anonymous. Ooh. Okay, right. The powers have shut down across the site. Increased total dinosaur species, increase the genome of Homalocephalae. Right. Ooh, okay. Can I send... No? Can I send a maintenance team to fix that? Task disabled. Oh, because of no power? Right. Looks like we're gonna have to get there manually. Hold on. Move out of the way! Is this the power station? I don't know. They look the same. Is it the power station? That is the power station, but that doesn't work. Alright, maybe the maintenance team will do it. I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, it is the maintenance team. Okay. What's the point of the ranger teams then? What do the ranger teams do? If not for the... Do they just... Is their only purpose to scan the Struthiomimus or something? That's not that bad, actually. They're like... Oh, but the bloody... Okay, so how long didn't I just... Rebooting. Oh, hey, look, a mushroom. Oh, come on!
Modern animals evolved alongside modern disease. These creatures are not built for this time.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, I guess this does bring up an interesting point about... Well, bringing back extinction in general, right? Is that it can be both harmful for both us and the dinosaurs, you know. 'Cause we don't know what type of diseases dinosaurs may have had, you know? They probably could have, like, had a very dangerous disease, like, that would be very harmful to humans and all life of modern day, you know? Like, imagine, like, dinosaur Ebola, you know? Or even, like, let's say, I don't know, the zombie disease from Primal. We don't know. There could be we could be bringing back a long extinct disease by like cracking open amber and like or unfreezing a mammoth carcass, right? But also there's the argument that like if you bring back dinosaurs, once again same thing. Like to us, like a normal flu or COVID, we've evolved to handle that, be more receptive to the disease and not die so often from it. But to a dinosaur who is like millions and millions of years behind us, they never had to evolve to survive COVID or anything like that. So they would probably die very fast. Who knows? Maybe the dinosaurs did become extinct because of a certain disease. After all, we do have modern species of real animals right now who do have, like, you know, unfortunately are becoming extinct because of diseases, you know? Like tree frogs. Or just frogs in general is a massive one that I can think of at the top of my head, you know. But yeah, it's definitely food for thought. How much have we recorded? We've recorded a little. We can still keep going. All right. So rather than continue to this Homalo Sevle, I think. I still want to have a play around with the Chunkingosaurus enclosure, yeah. There's not a lot I can really talk about Chunkingosaurus itself. Yeah. But I will say it is pretty funny and ironic, actually, that I straight up, like, actually, I did a whole dinosaur, like a whole episode, right? Island Hoppers, you know? And if you haven't seen that, I made a dinosaur documentary. One of them's called Island Hoppers. I've made a bunch of them, really, but Island Hoppers is about focusing on the dinosaurs in the... can't remember what the formation... Oxford Oceans, that's it. Oxford Clay, something like that. And one of the dinosaurs I featured there was a dinosaur called Lixovisaurus, which was in the forest. It had nests, blah 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 blah. I'm not going to spoil too much. Just watch the episode for yourself. And yeah, I used Chunkingosaurus to represent that. And now here we are, like, playing this game. We're on Indonesia. We're making basically island dinosaurs. And we get Chunkingosaurus. So it's like, oh wow, I predicted what's going to happen. Yeah, very cool stuff. I think I'll hold off from saying anything about Chunkingosaurus or dinosaurs, anything about Stegosaurus for now. I'm sure, like, I got some interesting things to talk about in regards to their the babies aspects of Stegosaurus. Oh, excuse me. I don't think we actually have any planes, which is unfortunate. Dig sites. I guess I could actually talk about have it like right there, like a nice little Easter egg. I guess I can still talk about island stegosaurs in general, but it is interesting thing to think about. Yeah, so there are island stegosaurs, as you've hopefully would have seen in Island Hoppers. There were two different types of stegosaurs that would have lived in an oceanic island environment, but from Oxford Clay. I'm not sure about anywhere else, but that's the best place I know that would be island stegosaurs, and it was Lexovisaurus and Loricatosaurus. Now I believe Lexovisaurus was actually the dinosaur I was originally going to represent, but then looking into it and researching it, there was the chance that Lexovisaurus is actually unvalid, and that Lexovisaurus is actually Loricatosaurus, you know? And so I rewrote the script and changed it to like, oh yeah, it's Loricatosaurus instead. Yeah. But yeah, they may have, like, you know, tried to swim from island to island, eating plants, laying eggs, bunch of cool stuff. Yeah. It's definitely interesting to look at a completely, you know, it's always interesting to look at unique environments in general, you know? Because yeah, there is no plane. That's unfortunate. Do I want to make a plane manually? Not really. This place does kind of give me trespasser vibes, actually. I like it. But yeah, like normally you would correlate like dinosaurs with jungle and stuff, right? Maybe a desert. But stuff like snow, islands, grass, savannas, like a bunch of different unique, cool environments. You don't get to see that very often, and those ones are often more interesting than the jungle ones. You gotta like twist your perspective on like how these dinosaurs adapt to a completely different lifestyle, and yeah, it's cool. I do think that Island Hoppers is arguably probably one of the best ones I've made in the Mesozoic world. I don't know. I don't think it's the best one. That one to me will always be the very first. Not even like bloody what's it called? It's not even from Mesozoic world. I think the best one will always in my heart be Missing Southern Hunter. It's just the way I made it. And it's just and it's the first one. It sparked. Like it sparked really well. It's just, yeah, it's definitely has a special place in my heart, that one. Yeah. We got 47 minutes. You know what? Yeah, let's stop it here. This is a good stopping point. We got 3 dinosaurs. Well, I guess next up we'll get Homalocephalae. I'm perfectly fine with getting Homalocephalae. And yeah, I like how this episode went. We're in Indonesia now. We're going to do our best to do everything and follow the campaign fairly simply. Yeah, we're in Indonesia. We got the new dinosaur, Psittacosaurus. We need a good view of that little guy. There you are. Very cool dinosaur. And yeah, we got several other dinosaurs like the Struthiomimus and Chunkinkosaurus. Yeah, and then we'll see how what's it? Dinosaur Now? What? Dinosaur Anonymous? I'm just gonna call them Dinosaur Anonymous. We'll see if they'll try and stop us, try and cure dinosaurs or something. I don't know. But yeah, overall, I'm excited. Indonesia. So if you guys enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you want to see more, click the subscribe button. And I'm Super Marcel. Make sure you have a super time. Bye bye.